Thanks for bearing with us, guys. We're just getting everything set up. Just a couple more minutes now. We're almost ready to start kicking this off. All right, looks like we got the whole team here this time. We are all hands on deck, and we just wanted to start out and say thank you for everybody that's been on this wild ride that we've had the past 4 days. What a crazy 4 days it's been. And we just wanted to say apologies for last time. We had some technical difficulties of a couple team members. Austin's phone had some issues, but we got everything fixed now.
Hey y'all, how's it doing? Thanks for being here. I appreciate all of you.
And thanks for joining.
Really nice messages today. Little bit makes a big difference. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, for all the kind words from everybody that we've been seeing on Twitter and in our Discord. It really means the world to us, guys. And we have big things in store for RocketBUSD and Space Camp. So first off, we just wanted to start off with saying that we had no idea where we would be today 4 days ago, and we know we've been having all kinds of talk on the Twitter space and Discord about certain different FUDing, and we are always going to be here. We're going to be hosting AMAs from time to time to come up and talk about everything that's been going on behind the scenes. And I can assure you, every single one of our team members has been working around the clock, doing so much, and we'll be publishing all of this within time. We will be updating all of the FAQs that have been going around. All of this talk about the wallets and everything will be addressed here. And as well, for anyone that doesn't see the AMAs, we're gonna start posting them to YouTube and making sure everybody hears the word, no matter what. So looks like Safemoon Soldier here. You're gonna start us off. We leave the floor up to the community now. For anybody that has any questions, feel free to raise your hand, and we are all here to answer everything you guys may have for us. So, Safemoon Soldier, what do you got for us, man? We saw you in here yesterday. Thanks for stopping by again. We appreciate you.
Hey, of course. Thank you guys very much, man. It's a lot of fun to have another good project in the space, man. You know, they come rarely, and especially when they're involved and you know, out here speaking and putting in the work. It's just rare, and it's a lot of fun. So really appreciate you guys. I did have just a few quick questions. Just people have been asking me, and we can go through it quickly. I think there's just three main ones here, I guess.
Yeah. What are they?
So yeah, definitely. Thank you. Even though the supply is low, which I keep trying to tell people, it's already low supply. Is there a plan for a burn because there's not a plan for a burn in the tokenomics? So is there a plan to continue reducing supply? And then also are the decreasing taxes, which I'm pretty sure I know this answer, but I want to go ahead and ask it in case this person's listening. Are the decreasing taxes from the day of purchase for the holder or for the project from the day of launch? And then also, is there any plans for developing a utility and a use case?
So as for the taxes reducing, that is from the day of the contract launch, not of the day of buy-in. And as for the what is in store for the burn, Cole, do you want to talk a little bit about that and how that operates?
Yeah, so we have a couple options. So I've heard a couple different issues. So some people want to burn, but some people want more tokens in the liquidity pool. So we can't do both of those things at the same time. I mean, we could, right? But it'd be like shooting yourself in the foot. We gotta decide where the community wants to go. And we're watching the action on the chart. We're watching everything to kind of make sure the long-term health of the token is up to snuff. I would like to burn some. If everyone's cool with that, we can always burn some. But the liquidity is already lower, so maybe we save that for the future. We can always build a liquidity pool over time. We started with a very small amount of liquidity pool, and over this time, it's grown exponentially and stabilized at a much higher number, right? Which means we're all growing. It takes time.
After all, we are only 4 days old, And is there anything else, Soldier? Or do we get it?
So he mentioned the use cases that we have going on. So on that front, look at our roadmap, you'll see a couple different items of interest, right? So we've got the charting system, which is going to have ad spaces in it. That will be used that will accept payment in RocketBUSD. And then if you look at that NFT marketplace, that's going to be the real kicker. We've got something that we can't quite release yet because we're still working on finalizing all of the details for it. But that is going to rapidly allow us to develop a very how can I say this, serendipitous use case for the project. So I hope that answers your question right there.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, Soldier. Look forward to seeing you again. So hey there, Phil.
Hey, what's up? Hey, I noticed on Reddit and Telegram, a lot of people are asking about the BUSD and what are their holdings and how much are they seeing, and there's some confusion. Obviously, sometimes people just don't know how to stick it in their trust wallet to get that visibility. But is there any way to set expectations around, market cap, volume, amount of coins or tokens that you hold, and then what you can expect to return maybe daily from BUSD? Because I think, I don't know, maybe it's a good thing that people are sharing that information on Telegram, but maybe it would also be helpful if there was kind of a formula for people to see and just set those expectations.
Yeah, so it's a really commonly asked question. Everyone wants a DApp that calculates your reflections so you can see it, maybe make some long-term calculations based on what's there. We can pull the blockchain data and manipulate it as we wish. So that's definitely on the roadmap. That'll be in the DApp.
Cool. Thanks.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for being here.
So looks like we've got HSS up next.
Yeah, we got Cryptonomics. He's just connecting right now. It's just taking him a moment.
All right.
Okay, it looks like he's having some connections issues. Is there anyone else out there that wants to take the stage? And oh, there he is again. Let's see. All right, there we go. Cryptonomics, we got you now, man.
Yo.
Hey there.
How's it going, guys?
It's going great.
Cole, I had a question because you did mention about adding tokens to the liquidity pool. Now, are you going to be adding liquidity along with those tokens, or is it just going to be the tokens from the deployer?
No, good question. Good question. It would only be with paired. Like it would be to the pair. It wouldn't just be like injecting straight tokens. I wouldn't do that. I feel like
Yeah, I was gonna say
ecosystem.
the price would just boom. And also burning the tokens. Where are you burning the tokens from? The liquidity pool or another wallet?
So if you look right now, the buyback's been burning tokens just because that's what it says it was going to do on the website. It was a buyback and burn functionality. So we bought back the tokens with those funds and then transfer them to the dead wallet. There's still a good amount in there now. We've kind of been letting them pool since we've heard people complaining about the low liquidity. So we figured we'd have them on hand, maybe move them to some kind of auxiliary liquidity account, and we could start pairing it to the other BUSD reflections, possibly from like dev wallets or something else. But yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Thanks, man. And I also had another question for you specifically. Are you able to help me out with a wallet? I have a Bitcoin wallet. I have the .dat, the wallet .dat, but I need some assistance pulling out the Bitcoin in it.
Why don't you just shoot me a DM, man? We can take that offline.
Okay. I think I can't. You might have to follow me or just shoot me a DM and then I'll respond.
Okay. Yeah. Here, I'll
Thanks, bro.
follow you now.
All right. Thanks, man. Okay, guys. I see the chart is looking good, healthy, and to the moon we go.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, sorry, Money. Sorry, Moneymaker. Inviting you again. All right, there we are. Hey there, man. What questions do you got for us?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good.
So, the question I had was in terms of the space camp aspect of the project. Can you go into more detail about like how often, or the idea is how often kids are going to be given that opportunity, and how many are chosen, and how many times throughout the year, and just kind of like more details about that aspect of the project?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. So I'll be transparent. At the beginning, right, when we started all this, I didn't know if we were going to be able to even send one. But at this point, it looks like we're going to be able to send a very healthy amount of kids. I think we have a lot of opportunities. I've been like blessed with some connections today to some really awesome people that I think are going to be able to really help us drive that whole thing, you know?
Okay, so our final details still being worked out, and maybe some more information could be published to the website and the roadmap somewhere down the line.
I just don't want to say anything in affirmative and then it changes. You know, I haven't like signed any paperwork, so I don't want to, say something and then somebody want to try to FUD about it later because it didn't happen by X day. You know how it is. So
Sure.
It's going to happen, and I've got some people on the line. It's just a matter of what makes the most sense, right?
Right. So I'll just say from my perspective, I think that's an amazing aspect of the project. So that's something that I'm looking forward to hearing more about. So when you guys do get some more information, I'd really like to, see some more on that. So
yeah, the community will be the first to hear about it as soon as we get concrete information.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
So
You're welcome, man.
on that, it is a super interesting thing when you get into this kind of a charitable aspect of things, right? So we're trying to really focus on the future of the world, the next generation. Out there somewhere in the world right now, there's a kid in a third world country who goes to a school. It's got a STEM program, but that STEM program might get $100 in funding per year, right? So they've got a one crappy laptop that they get to learn coding on. They might get to build a catapult out of popsicle sticks. Um, that's really what we talk about. What we mean when we talk about sending kids to space camp. It's not just space camp. We want to really focus on that next generation, right? Just because they are the future. They are the people that are going to be here after us, and we want to leave it in good hands.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Thank you.
And on that note, is Safemoon Ghana? How you doing tonight, man? Yeah, you have the floor. Or Ian, if you want to.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Thank
How's
you.
it going?
A very good evening to
I'll unmute mine. Go ahead.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead, Safemoon.
Oh, go ahead. And can I go ahead?
Yeah, you go for it,
Yeah,
man.
for sure, bro.
All right, sure. Thank you. So, as the name goes, Safemoon Ghana. We are for Africa, Ghana, and most of the West African countries. Safemoon is trying to build something significant in Gambia and everywhere. I would want to know what is Rocket BUSD trying to do in the African continent. It might not necessarily be Ghana or Gambia, but what are the future plans for like the African continent?
So the space camp stuff, I would like that to be a global effort. I don't want to just have that something that's bounded by borders. Obviously there will be some places that we can't reach, but I'd like to get help to everywhere in the world if we can. And that's just the start, right? If this keeps going long term and we keep the support that you guys have now, and we're able to start doing crazy things like launch satellites, and things like that, I'm down. But for right now, I think the space camp thing is a safe affirmative.
All right, perfect. Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Ian, you can go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Hey, I had a couple questions, and my main question was just like, how did you guys come up with this idea, and whose idea was it? But before you answer that, I'd like to give you props. I'm sitting here watching my 13-year-old son play basketball from 400 miles away because I can't be there, and I know how hard it is to just like educate kids and get them to where they need to be. And I know a lot of people out here struggle on the day-to-day. I've heard some people in this room talk to me how they aspire to help kids either with sports or with school and help them grow, because money isn't there for a lot of, the majority of the world. So just whose idea was this? And props to you guys for coming up with a project that's just not all about, the holders, because to me, that's what drew me in. So who came up with it, and whose badass idea was this, by the way? So I guess Austin and I really put this together. I have some cool friends in the aerospace industry that, kind of gave me a nod this direction for sure. They, brought up the possibility of something like this. We were always talking about education, something for the future. And this is kind of where we landed. And I don't want to take full credit for it at all because it wasn't just me. I think it was a slowly developed idea that grew from a good group of people. Okay, thank you. And I hope a lot of people in the space kind of take from y'all's lead, man, and, get out there and say, hey, we can all band together and do a really great thing if we put our minds to it. So thank you guys again. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate that.
Hey there, kid. How you doing tonight, man? Glad you're here.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm doing well. How's everyone else?
Good. Been a pretty crazy day.
Yeah, it's yeah, I'm excited about this project. I learned about it a few days ago, just like everyone else. My question is, do you guys have any plans to like fully dox yourselves as far as like a picture and first and last name on your website, and just so we could like do some extensive research on like the type of background or experience you guys all have. And also, I'm not sure who the founder is, CEO, or has that team have been set up already?
Yeah, so we're currently operating in a flat business structure. I think there's like some implicit roles like I, as the developer or deployer, kind of have to make some certain decisions, right? We have other people on the team that I trust that make other decisions. But to answer your question more directly, I think long term, yes, for sure. I think there can be some more transparency. We can maybe put our profiles together well. I can't speak for everybody on the team. I know I have nothing to hide. I'm pretty comfortable with it. But
on top of that, I've already put myself out there. My face is out there. I have a YouTube video up with my face. I've put out a couple TikToks. I'm pretty much completely out there.
Yeah, just to add on to them, whenever Cole or whenever, it seems right in the project, then I would be more than happy to do that as well.
Okay, yeah, good to hear.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. And also, are you guys planning to like what's in the short term? Are you guys hiring enough people to start like some kind of like headquarters, or where are you guys going to be based off of?
I don't think we can confirm that yet. I think there's a couple options on the table. If you look on the roadmap that we have out there so far, we have entity formation as one of the first objectives. So that's one of the things that we're working through currently.
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate all the answers. I'm glad you guys are hosting your second AMA just to get the community involved in asking these questions. So I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you.
And thank you, man. Thank you for everybody here and being here, asking us these questions. We're always going to be available one way or another to answer and help out our community and show them and have them be a part of like the process that we will be going through. And thank you again. All right, so Cowboy Hat, you have the floor. Or we could move on to HSS. You're able to unmute if you wanna ask us anything.
Yeah, I really love the coin and supporting, and I want to wish for best that you guys do in coin and we go to moon together. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love that. Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
Hey there, Cowboy Hat or
Hi, sorry,
no
I
problem.
forgot that was my name on here, but
yeah, no problem.
So I'm new to crypto, and sorry if this is like a really basic question. Is there a resource that I can go to that shows me how to buy or get some BUSD? I just haven't found like a video yet. Or
are you trying to buy RocketBUSD, like the coin itself? Is that what you are?
Yeah.
Okay, so so first off, what I usually do is use the Metamask wallet or Trust Wallet, but Google and YouTube are going to be your best friends there. There's a lot of stuff out there that will help you set that up.
We were just talking about this today a little bit too. We want to get some resources out on like our socials, like Discord, just so they're more easily accessible for people that where they're onboarding into crypto, or people that are.
And then Cowboy,
So
if you would like to shoot me a DM, I can walk you through the process. I'll take a little bit of time and do that for you. All right?
all right, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Of course, we're here to help.
I appreciate it.
For joining
I
us.
appreciate having the conversations, and it's really how I've been learning because I came here from the Safemoon community, so they've been really good about that too. And you know, what better way to learn than to just kind of throw yourself in there?
Yeah, it's crypto is definitely hard to get into and purchase, but yeah, we'll definitely get you helped out there.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
You too.
Hey there, Dave. Dave, you muted yourself. Maybe you're having some phone problems. We can while you sort that out, we could go to the next person. If there's any more questions from anybody, feel free. We're all ears.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey guys, so I am part of the team. I'm doing like a website and setting up the emails and doing all sorts of different things and helping out the team. Cole, do you want me to talk a little bit about what's coming up in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
So first of all, apologies for the website being down for about an hour today. We had to move to a new host and things like that. So there's a bit of a bumpy ride. So I apologize if you tried to visit the website. If you're still having issues, just DM me either here or in Discord. We've talked a bit about what the next version of the website is going to be. There is going to be a new version. There's going to be a lot more information on it. We have a document website that's coming up as well, where we're going to put in all sorts of docs that you typically see on a lot of these projects. And we're also talking about a branding, rebranding, and it's not something we want to just do internally. We want to actually have the community involved. So we're going to be doing a branding competition. I can't say too much about it, but I think we're probably moving forward with that idea. And so we'll be sharing more information soon on Discord and hopefully on the new website. I think we're maybe a week or two possibly away from having a new website. So pretty aggressive schedule. So that's all I have to share. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Moon, for updating everybody on that and addressing that. And Dave, did you get your mic working now, man?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Awesome.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, what do you guys see as being the biggest way to excite new investors to bring people in? Like, what would be like a use case that would get, you know, a new investor or someone who's looking to, you know, maybe dip in a little bit deeper to want to buy into this project? Via use case, via, you know, liquidity pools. Like, what kind of stuff are you guys into? Are you into IoTs? Are you, I know you mentioned NFTs, but can you go into a little bit deeper? Maybe some Web3 stuff?
Yeah.
I'll hop off and let you guys go.
Absolutely, man. So like I said earlier, we definitely want to do some Web3 stuff. We're working on a very comprehensive DApp. We're just starting with the calculator, the reflection stuff. That's just the beginning. Long term, it should really be a comprehensive enterprise application. As for other things like liquidity pools, I'm not as fond of going the staking route. I think there's a lot of great projects that do staking, and I think you know, it's an interesting thing, but a lot of the pools projects end up being ways to like funnel liquidity to other places than the place that you're staking. So to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense, and it doesn't feel very transparent. for the sake of DeFi, I just want to do like a service or software as a service, charitable efforts, things like that. Does that answer your question, Dave?
That was good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and moving on to our next speaker, we have Safemoon. Safemoon, how's it going, man? What do you got for us
good,
tonight?
man. I just wanted to ask you guys about marketing, and I'm not sure if this was asked. I just hopped in a few minutes ago, but just about what you guys had for a plan going forward with that, or when that might start, what that might look like.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and take this one. So as far as marketing goes, we are going to be doing a very unique approach, something that I don't believe has really been seen in this space quite yet. So it's going to start with more of it's hybrid. It's a hybrid approach, right? So we want to draw in investors that are already in this space, and we want to draw in investors that are outside of the space. How we're going to accomplish that is through a myriad of different ways. I happen to have some very interesting connections at quite a few different social medias. And when I say interesting connections, I have the ability to, I'm not going to go too full into details of it, but I have an ability to make us very widely seen on just about any social media through very similar tools that politicians use when they're disseminating information. Pardon me one second. Sorry. And then obviously industry standard ad spaces, Dex tools, Bog tools, KuCoin, those are going to be some minimal spends, but they're going to be there. We're going to do a big focus on education and talking to the community and to investors that are already in the space about who we are, what we're trying to accomplish, and really disseminating the information, because honestly and truly, it's a good project and it's got good morals. There shouldn't be any reason that anybody should be able to find as to why they shouldn't invest, right? And then as far as external, like people outside of the space, if you look on a roadmap, you're going to see fiat on-ramping. One of the things that I have recognized is crypto is e-commerce with education, right? So taking that approach and kind of giving it a little bit of a twist, right? So a lot of the same marketing efforts that you're going to see in, top Amazon stores or things of that nature. I go into discussions about funnel building and so on and so forth for a reason, right? So we're talking different ad spaces on pretty much every social media, as well as the other connections that I have to, do different types of trending. And that's going to be what we're doing. And then obviously we're going to be doing physical, different guerrilla tactics. We've got some pretty interesting things in the works as far as that goes. Can't really talk too much about that right now because that would make it less guerrilla than it is. But yeah, as far as marketing goes, we've got a full spectrum of things that we really want to do. We're really trying to plan our steps in as data-driven of a way as we possibly can. And right now we're just collecting data. So I hope that answers your question.
That absolutely answers my question, and pretty confident after hearing that. Actually, that was impressive. So it sounds like you guys are giving it some thought. I like that you're taking it from the external route as well. I think that's a smart move. So good luck. I'm definitely going to be here for the ride.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you being here.
Rosario, yeah, you have the floor, my friend. Rosario, you with us? I will see if Tristan.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry,
okay.
guys. Sorry, guys.
No problem, man. No problem.
Sorry. So, thank you so much for having an AMA. My question is, what's your main thesis for RocketBUSD? What's your raison d'etre?
I mean, I just want to send kids to space camp, man. I think that it's such a big project, right? It started such a small thing initially, but now talking to the people that I've talked to and knowing the places that I have to go to make these things happen, it's just bigger than we ever could have imagined, frankly. More than just Space Camp. It's just bigger than that. Even just having the community here, it's just amazing to see the DeFi space working. One of my best friends, his saying is rising tides raise all ships, right? And this is just one of those things where I think we can be one of those ships that are actually, being honest, being transparent, operating how a project should operate, things like that. So I think that's kind of what this is all about, more so than anything else.
I'm sorry, I must apologize. I missed the very beginning of what you said. I heard you say that a rising tide lifts all boats, and you like the DeFi space, but I missed you saying what's your sort of your main thesis for RocketBUS.
He said to send kids to Space Camp is what he said, basically.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we can have a more white paper. I know some people prefer that kind of language, right? We kind of approach this more casually. I know that was a more formal question. And I think we can get those kind of answers down on paper more equitably than we could here in a Twitter space. So,
I could also just say, hey, what are you guys about? And, if you could, pare it down to one statement, like, and I think you did. You said we want to send kids to Space Camp. Okay, if that's the reason for RocketBUS, I heard you, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course, man.
Appreciate you being
here. Thank you for joining us.
All right, Tristan, you have the floor, my friend.
Hey, good night. New to RocketBUSD. I would say I went into crypto through Safemoon. I'll be honest. I just saw Papa tweet, and I screwed Papa. Whatever Papa said to do, I trust him. And a lot of us in the room here, we trust Papa, and he trusts you guys. So that's one of the reasons why it is I invested into RocketBUSD. What I really wanted to find out was basically what inspired you guys to go on and say, well, name it, not just name it RocketBUSD, but what inspired you guys just to, come up with this whole grand idea? Because I've been looking at it today, and I've been liking what I'm seeing. I've been seeing good response, and first of all, congratulations on such. So far, you guys doing a very good work. Congratulations on stuff. Right? And that's just basically what I wanted to find out. That's basically it.
Well, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate those kind words. Thomas is an awesome person, an awesome human being, verifiable. And I appreciate him taking that chance, Obviously, he got backlash and whatnot, or FUD starter, or whatever you want to call it. But he's just a really great human being. And, he just saw I was doing this and team, and we won't let him down, and we won't let you guys down. So thank you again for being here.
Hey there, Echo Zulu. I recognize your name from the. Oh, we're getting a kind of echo there, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome.
Are you able to turn down your phone? We're getting a pretty bad echo.
How's that?
Hello? Yeah, it's all right.
All right. Hey, good evening, everybody. For the dev team, everybody up top, could you elaborate more on which specific space program you're trying to send kids to? Is that the one down in Alabama that focuses heavily on STEM technologies? And not only that, but what kind of transparency are you going to provide to the community if we happen to pick somebody to go to this camp?
So as for where, I again don't want to name anything. Maybe we'll find a partnership. Maybe something like that will happen. I don't want to name names or do anything like that. As far as transparency, that's a question that gets brought up almost instantly every time you tell anyone about, any kind of thing where you're giving away or being charitable, right? How are we going to know that's where the money is going? And that's something that I feel like I actually don't have a good enough answer to give you right this second. I think we need to go around and have the most transparent way. How can we go from exactly this budget that we set aside for that, and how can we go from the wallet to the bank account to the, how granular can we get with it? Or is it just to the point of like we get the money out somehow, and then now it's just like verifying who the kid is and that it actually happened? I don't know as to like, we don't want to dox the kid if they're uncomfortable with that. I don't know. So
I've actually got an answer for this, Cole, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the ways that I think would be the best way to go about going from the DeFi world to the real world, right? Is to, when we decide on which space camp or space program or STEM program that we decide, right? What we will do is we will make the donation directly to the camp, right? With precursory requirements that they send so-and-so kids to, we're going to name the kids, or we're obviously we're going to figure out the logistics of that a little bit later on down the road, right? So we're going to donate money directly to the camp or the program, right? And then we're going to make that a very public event, right? We're going to put out a press release on, multiple different news wires. So there is not going to be a single doubt in anybody's mind that that is directly where the money went, right? So it'll be verifiable on the blockchain. There will be a small discrepancy just due to the fact that it costs a little bit of money to take money out of DeFi or crypto as a whole, right? And that is, I think, going to be the best way that we're going to be able to go about this. And I hope that answers your question. Just due to the fact that it costs a little bit of money to take money out of DeFi or crypto as a whole, right? And that is
absolutely 100%. That clarity and transparency to the community, I think, is going to be one of the biggest issues with the donation base. I mean, you guys already said it. Thank you for clearing it up, and let's go to the moon.
Heck yeah, brother.
Hell yeah. Hey there, busy brands. Oh, okay. So I guess I'm gonna be inviting Julia Julia on here. Hey there, Julia.
Hey, I'm her twin brother. I'm not Julia. But
Okay.
we're driving.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So my question is when you send kids to the space camp, will there be a burn or transfer of the token involved in doing that?
Probably not. I would like to do it with the BUSD reflections. I don't think that it'd be smart to market sell tokens like that. That's kind of how all the dev wallets are set up, is they aren't set up to ever market sell the tokens. They're meant for, helping further the ecosystem. I hope that helps.
Well, yeah, it does help. What I'm trying to get to is will it be reflected to the holders? You know what I mean? That
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you would want like some kind of specific transaction, because it'd be assuming a large transaction, right? And then everyone would get like some kind of kickback as like a reward for it.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Right.
Maybe there's something there, like an airdrop or something. I'm not sure, but that's a good thought.
Yeah, it's honestly a really good idea.
Yeah, be good for the holders, and you can bring in more holders, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a great idea that we'll definitely look further into. Thanks, man.
All right, thanks, bud. Can't go into the moon.
Hell yeah, to the moon.
To the moon.
Hey there, Safemoon soldier. You can't get enough, can you, man? What's up?
I cannot get enough. I did want to get one more opportunity to come up and speak.
Oh yeah, it's not a problem, man.
I appreciate it. I don't know how long you guys are going to be holding it. As far as the rebranding, I'm a huge fan of the logo, except for the BUSD logo in the window. As some people know, I will be adding more logos to my Safemoon / crypto sleeve, and I like this one a lot. So of course we got to see where it goes before I get a tattoo. But I was actually thinking about putting a little wizard emoji in the window myself. But besides that, when it comes to rebranding, I think the logo is really cool. I think it's very aesthetically attractive, except for the BUSD thing. But that's part of the name of the token. So, but I also just wanted to throw out there, everyone's been seeing me tweet about this project a lot, and I mentioned in one of those tweets that I had a long talk with Cole. And I just want to reiterate it. I'm not bullshitting about this project. I feel extremely confident about these men. As you guys can hear, they know what they're talking about. They've got a good plan set forward. Obviously, there's a lot that can be changed, and with a lot of the plans they have, a lot of things can go different directions and be done different ways. But it's all positive. I truly, truly believe in this project. And for those of you in here listening that also do, let's spread the word to the community. I truly believe this is a good team heading in a good direction. I'm not just shilling some bullshit project or just out here, just because I put some money in it. I put a couple $100s in it. I'm not no whale in this thing. I'm not trying to, make a ton of money off the community like people are saying just because I'm investing in it and I'm tweeting about it. I believe in this project. I believe in this team. So those of you that do also try to help to spread this word that there is another good project out here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. Thank you, man. It was good talking to you earlier too. You're a good guy. Appreciate you being here.
Yes, thank you. Same to all of you.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey there, Tuna. I got it right this time.
You got it right this time. Thank you. Thanks for having me up here. Appreciate your guys' time. Two AMAs within a week. You guys are rocking it. And I guess my question was, I don't know a whole lot about this space camp thing, but if we're going to send a kid up there, is it like a 2-week thing, a 3-week thing? Or once we pick the candidate, is this one of those things where we're going to watch them grow up, go through space camp and see what develops? Or what are your guys' thoughts on that?
So, if it's okay, I can take this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So like I said a little bit earlier, right? What we're planning on doing, I think, is probably going to be the most transparent way, is to make the donation directly to the program. And then obviously, like, we're gonna have to go through a small process to see if the kid would enjoy a little bit of publicity. Because obviously it will be a very watched event, right? So obviously, like, we can provide status updates or have the kids' parents provide status updates on to how things are going. But like I said before, we're not just sending one kid to space camp. We want to send many. We want this to be a global thing. And that's gonna be hard to keep track of if we're being completely honest. So what may end up happening is we may pick 1 or 2 out of each bunch, and follow their journey. And as far as, timelines for how long the camp is going to be, we don't really have answers on that yet. Cole is still gathering information. Like we've said many times before, we did not expect this level of adoption, this level of traction so early on. This is all a complete surprise, and we're very happy that it happened. But it's something that we are trying to do in as data-driven of a way as possible, and the community is part of that data. So going forward, we're going to, obviously release more information as things go on, and we're going to gauge how the community reacts to it. And if community reacts negatively, we'll adjust a little bit, tune some things up to make it more positive, right? And I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
If I could
No
add on
worries.
there too, I think there's a good opportunity to come at it from a different direction too. I've gotten multiple DMs from I don't want to go into this person's story because I haven't asked them, but it's really a touching thing. It's really tragic actually, but maybe we could be the silver lining or there could be something better here, and I think there's a way to go at it from an individual case by case basis as well. Like besides,
Yeah, brother.
All right. Well, are there any other questions for us? It seems like we'll be wrapping this up here shortly. If there's any final questions from anybody out there,
I'll take one.
if not, that's totally fine. We'll be Cole's gonna. Oh, sorry, Buzzy Brands. I didn't. What is it, man? I'm sorry about that.
Hey, no problem. So, congratulations on the early success. My question to you guys is: many public chains and crypto projects have suffered network failures and hacking. What are you gonna do to protect the holders from such events?
So I personally, as the deployer, have done a lot of steps ahead of time before deploying this to assure safety for the contract. And post deployment, there were other procedures taken as well to assure that nobody can access it besides me. But on top of that, we're also going to add multi-sig. So that way, multiple people in the team besides just myself have to be in on a decision as well. It's just the way it is right now because of how early it is, and we're waiting for the entity to get set up so we can go about things the right way. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, I think that covered it. He seems like to be having just a couple issues. If there's not anything else from anybody else out there, we'll be wrapping things up here. And we just wanted to say we'll be announcing our $5,000 BUSD giveaway that was hosted by Cole. If anyone wants to get their final retweets in, their final entries, I'd move on over there before we draw. I'll be pulling the winner on Twitch at our Twitch on RocketBUSD live, and we'll be doing 5 winners of $1,000 BUSD. So make sure you guys get those last entries in, and the team couldn't be grateful enough for everybody here.
Oh shucks, Cole, you had something else that you wanted to say, didn't you? Oh
yeah. So I said that I was going to do the $5,000 giveaway out of the personal founders wallet, right? Me and Austin decided together that we're actually going to pair all the BUSD that's generated since launch into the liquidity pool. So
in there, maybe vibe out to some music or something if anyone wants to join us over on our Discord. But if not, good night, everybody, and thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it.
You guys have a great night.
Have a great night, you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys for joining.